You can't think your best thoughts being worried about something going to get you. You can't be best on your job if they threaten to fire you. You can't. So God has to cut something that's stopping your creative ability. God will cut you again if you're not multiplying. You're not making money. You're not growing. What's stopping you from being, here it is again. You spending too much money here or too much money there, God will allow it to break. God will cut it. God will shut the whole thing down. Oh, you might just be spending money on watching movies or Netflix or smoking cigarettes, and God will make sure you stop smoking cigarettes. He'll make sure they stop making your brand. You you eating too much food. Oh, we don't make that no more. That's my favorite. You eating too much of it. You gaining weight. He wants you to multiply in life, not multiply. God will cut you if you're not owning nothing, if you're not subduing it. He will cut you. He will make something fall so you can go after something else. He'll make something stop so you can own something. He'll make people compete with you. He'll provoke you to jealousy. He'll make someone walk into church and you've been praying for a husband. This person been strung out on drugs, just got that life right, and he'll bring a prince in here and she'll marry him while you've been sitting there praying warrior for about 10 years because you're not doing what you called to do. He'll cut you if you don't own nothing. You don't have dominion. Because see, in the beginning, I told you in Genesis, he said, be fruitful and multiply. Subdue it. Have dominion over it. Those things are part of why you have to have, God will cut things off your life. If these things are not going on in your life, God will cut you. If you stagnated, you look for a cutback. If you're not growing, look for a cutback. If you broke, look for a cutback. What do you mean I'm broke? I'm broke and I'm getting cut back? God said he will take those who don't have, will have less. See, the biblical principle is those who have don't have will have less, and those who have will have more. Why? Why is that? Because those who don't know how to gain. They will always constantly beg. Some people have a poverty mentality. The one had one talent, what did he do? He buried that one. The one had 2, he multiplied it. The one had 5, he multiplied. People who have low expectations, God will cut them, and God will say, God is not about waste. When you're poor, you are more wasteful because you know what? You don't know how to manage. It's not about not having money. It's about managing what you got. And that's what the first job that God gave mankind is to be a manager. He said, come in here and manage my garden. We had a supervisor before we even soon the first man had a supervisor. But God gave him dominion over a territory. Matter of fact, man had dominion over the whole earth. But we gave it to the enemy. We gave it to Satan. And right now, he wants to give you back, but he's going to cut you back to grow you. And he does it because he loves you. Don't you cut your children? Not physically, but discipline, spankings, punishment, time out. You got to cut that behavior out so they can grow right. God got to cut your behavior so you can grow, so you can be the best form of you, the best you can be. I know as a pastor, I'm living beneath my potential. And certain things stop me from money and manpower. But what I can do, I'm gonna push past my limitations. And God has, let me say this, I know for a fact God cut me to grow me, because I was thinking up there, me and God had these mental conversations, and I said, Lord, and I was thinking, I said, Lord, how much could I have done more if I had somebody with me than me being by myself? And I said, Lord, I can do so much more. But then God said, well, you had someone with you that I had to cut, but how farther back you would be with them. Ooh. And now that God cut that person, or cut the job, or I grow more, because I don't have the hindrance of someone trying to kill me. Because if you let me say this, weeds will always choke a plant. And you got some weedy folk in your life, they will choke you. That's why you got to pull weeds out of your plant beds. Weeds always try to camouflage themselves as a plant. Don't you ever find weeds growing in the middle of your plant? Because they're trying to get inside so they can camouflage to look like it. But all the while, they're choking the roots. They're stealing nutrients. They're stealing water. And they're stopping the growth. And if you get around weed people, they will choke the life right out of you. Have you ever had folk that just drain you? Every time they come in, they got an issue. When you meet them, you know they got problem written on their forehead. Drama written on their forehead. They never come to you with a pleasant thing. They come to you to dump on you. Here they call you up, hey, before you can say hi. You know, that's what's going on with me. And whining, and you got to get out your violin. And they spend hours on the phone with you, ask you for a remedy that they won't take. Ask you for advice that they won't do. Draining your mental capacity, and when you get off the phone, you gotta have, I use coffee, tea, strongest drink I drink is grape juice, but it make you want to go and drink something strong. Because they're draining you, and that's what they need to be.
For upcoming events, announcements, information, and donation, visit us at www.gpwm.org. Find us on Facebook.
gpw.org.
Faith, fellowship, funding, transforming the community, a community outreach. If you're ever in the Baltimore and Arundel County area, please visit us at the Storehouse, 7409A, Baltimore Annapolis Boulevard in Glen Burnie, Maryland. Also, you can reach us on the web at www.gpwm.org. Thanks again for watching.
A place